All right. Oh, man. It looks like I've changed browser. Look, I don't understand. I haven't done anything. I haven't changed anything. And I noticed in the last couple of weeks, I can't go on this thing with anyone else because there's an echo on there. And now, I don't know what happened there. So I've changed browser. It looks like there's a volume level. So now what? Let's have a look at the comments here. Oh, no. I'm not going to say all that shit again. Oh, look at you lot all hanging around. God, you're dedicated. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Yasarium. Turn your mic on. We all good? You're back. I'll try and do it with the same enthusiasm. Look, basically what I talked about was Ange got 3 managers of the month and a bit about the game against Wolves. So I'll come to the comments anyway. Maybe it'll all come out again. If I say it all again, I'll just sound like a robot. Let's have a look at the comments. I'll do it. I'll fill in if I run out of comments. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. When I get a bit more money in the channel, I'll get some decent equipment. But I mean, I haven't updated. I haven't changed any settings on the phone. Nothing. And it does that. Yasarium. Blimey, you're up early as well, mate. Yes. Morning, Paul and Hippies. Can't wait to see how we bounce back tonight in Ange we trust. Yes, man. Well, we've got a challenge, haven't we? So Madison and Van der Ven out till the new year. Romero and Udogie out in the naughty bin, sitting on the naughty step for a couple of games. It's a challenge, isn't it? Centre-back's going to be a thing. I was kind of thinking sticking Pierre-Emile Højbjerg there, but now that James Maddison's knackered, might be Pierre in midfield, which means it's probably Eric Dyer and Ashley Phillips at centre-back, or I don't know. I don't know what Ange is going to do, but it's a challenge. I guess what I was saying was that I think this is away at Wolves is a challenging game anyway. We lost this game 1-0 last year. So if we win this game, the Dreamo meter is going to go up by 3 points, which is a good thing. That's something exciting for me to do. But the way I'm feeling now is that there was good. The good out of last week is Brennan Johnson, Son, and Kulusevski. They look like there's something special happening there. So if we get a bit more of that, I think we're going to get some goals. And I think that hopefully will be more than the number of goals we let in at the back, because we're going to be a bit slower running backwards. We probably will get caught over the top. We're just going to make sure we score more goals. That's what it comes down to. So I still think we're going to get a decent result. I still think we're going to win. But, you know, this is the making of the season, isn't it? If we win, we go back top of the table. So, I mean, it's still pretty rosy on that front. It's just, you know, how we're going to get on until January. It's time for these other players to step up, see if they've got what it takes. We're going to look different, maybe not as free flowing, but you know, let's hope the boys can do it. 3 challenging games. What was it? Next Newcastle and then Man City. Bloody hell! If we come through this with a few points, that would be a tremendous effort. So we'll have to see. Hello, Mark N. Hello, Mark. Hello, my good man. How are you? You were right. Ange won Manager of the Month again. 3 in a row, man. 3 in a row. Only Pep and Klopp, I think, have done that. No manager's done it at the beginning of a season, and no new manager's done it. So there you go. Whether we'll get it 4 months in a row, it's unlikely after last week, unless they look kindly on that and we have some blazing. Like if we win like every game 5-0, he might get 4 in a row. But I don't know. Maybe a bit of a pause, give it to someone else, and then Ange can take up the reins again for December for Manager of the Month. There's a good little interview with Ange and Rio on YouTube. Yeah, I watched that last night. It was interesting, wasn't it? I wish it was longer. But you could see how enthused Ange was when he was talking about tactics and the way, you know, towards the end of that first half against Southampton, the players were looking at the scoreboard, waiting for the whistle. No, don't do that, man. You can have the other team do that. That's fine. and we'll use that to our advantage. But we can't do that ourselves. Ange is very strong on that. Play to the whistle. But it's not. He was enthusiastic. That's what I got from that. As soon as he, he's asking the usual sorts of questions. But when Rio was asking him about tactics, you could see how much he loves it. That's what I got out of it. I thought it was a really good little interview. That, and you can see. I mean, everyone likes Ange. Everyone likes Ange. On YouTube, between the lines about his tactics and things. Yeah, I just wish there was a bit more of that. That would have been cool. But it's about 15 minutes. Well worth a watch. Well worth a watch. I really enjoyed it. William Tatau or Tautu. Let me know how to do that, man. Morning, hippie man. Up the Spurs. Love the big man 3 in a row. Love your content. Thanks, man. It's always good when you can hear it as well. Technical issues, man. I hate when that happens. But hey, thanks for sticking around, folks. And thanks for the kick up the backside, Yossarian. I mean, Yossarian, even paying, giving me money to let me know it's not working. What a kind old soul, eh? Totally unnecessary, but thank you, man. Oh, here we go. No sound. You're on mute. It wasn't on mute even. It was just that browser wasn't saying it. No microphone. There we go. No sound. Here we go. Sorry, thank you for the super chat. I understand what that currency is. Thank you. Must have been a long day. No sound. Yeah. Oh, Welsh girl silent. Yeah, well, silence is golden. Silence is golden. I thought I'd do the first bit of the show in mime. I wonder what he's saying. Steady Shark. Got a couple of members of the Hotspur Hippie commune in. Thanks for your support, folks. Here we go. Future music. No sound, man. Hope you're good, man. Yeah, I am. I've been going down a bit of a synthesizer rabbit hole, actually, future music. Just to digress a bit. And I've kind of cooled down on a bit, basically because I've got no money. But if I did have money, I've been looking at, I have to go and have a play with them. Because your one, the old Korg wavelength, wavetable, looks very complicated. Too many menus on that one for me. But I like the look of the Korg mini log. I think it's the mini log. That looks like a good one. And the other one I was looking at, because I like analog for some reason. I'm an old, twiddling knobs. That's what I like, twiddling knobs, not menus. If the Moog, subsequent, is it 25 or 27? If that was polyphonic, I'd be very interested in that one because I really like the sound of it. But I like the sound of that Korg mini log. Sounds pretty good, man. But your one sounds awesome. It's just I don't know if I'd be good at it, But I see where you're getting some of the ideas for your excellent music. Go to Future Music's channel, man. Some good drum and bass there. It's great. Nice imagery, wonderful. But it's amazing what you can do with these machines now. It's incredible. My interest is getting piqued. Welsh gal. Don't like to miss the hippie wisdom. Yeah, well, you missed a load at the beginning because I didn't have my microphone on. That's just lost. The lost tapes. It's like those old Doctor Who episodes. Steady Shark, cool lights at least. Well, that's my plan, you see. If I just go blah, 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 this keeps people interested in hypnotized because, we're all aware of the short attention span of people. Remember, Max Headroom, and there was that Max Headroom movie, and there was this thing in it called Blipverts, and there were like 2 seconds adverts, things like that. Here we are. That's what happens now, isn't it? Even the YouTube ones, if it's like 6 seconds, it's like a blah, 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 blah. That's it. That's the world. Welcome. William Tortu looks impressive. Yeah, that's I think that light there, that's $17, that one. Tasty. Lucerian looks like it sounds interesting and entertaining. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. That's cool of you. Matt H. Here's the realization dawning as he watches his face when he realizes no sound. Here we go. Can anyone lip read? Oh, you guys. He's done it again. And it's been twice walking my dog. Oh, it's mute. There we go. No sound. Oh, I'm mute. I was ignoring all your comments. Testing. Here we go. When do I come back? When do I come back? You're sorry, it's stupid o'clock here in Australia, so it's understandable to have a technical issue. I don't know what happened there, man, but sound by Optus. Yes, we have some Australians in the house. Beep. That's what I was talking about as well. The Optus outage. Cashless society. Beep. Not working. Beep. You can't buy anything. Beep. Nothing. We had a good 12-hour outage on a load of our internet in Australia. Trains couldn't run because drivers couldn't call their depots. Back in the day, it used to be a walkie-talkie, wouldn't it? Hello, Roger. Squelch. All worked. Never went wrong. Now, internet. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Sorry, someone buggered up a router somewhere and we don't know where the router is because they're in a warehouse somewhere in the British Cayman Islands or something like that. No one knows where it is. No one knows he made a change. Sorry, you can't dial emergency services, spend any money, do anything. It's only the first time it's going to happen because I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you this as a former IT professional, it's all held together by Band-Aids and rubber bands and spack filler and bog. That's what it's all held together. No one really knows how it all works anymore because, the bean counters and brains that be, they decided that people aren't the important thing. Just document everything. I remember all this, document everything, and then you can go. That's part of my job, getting people documenting, and then they were made redundant. Hey, well done, hippie. That's something for humanity. And it don't work. So this is what happens. Half the internet in Australia disappears because it's all silos and procedures and blah. It used to be just a bloke in a room, making sure there were green lights. If there were green lights all day, he didn't have to do anything. When it went red, better investigate that. Now, no one knows where those green lights are. No one knows where the bloke is even. Who's his line manager? I don't know. That's how it all works. It's all crap. So don't be surprised if it does. It will happen again. Steady as shark. Remember the Hotspur Hippie comment? It might be worth checking the comments within a couple of minutes of starting in case of stuff like this. Well, I like to pride myself on my professionalism. Steady as shark. It's a rarity. I like to just go in there, but maybe I should check that the mic thing's working because I just went in and there's a little, when you go into StreamYard, it says the mic level, and I just assumed like every other time I've done this, apart from maybe once, that it would work. But no. See, analog knobs and switches, it don't fail. This crap, God, it might work most of the time. All right, must be back on here. He's just realised, says Matt H. Sarah, have you tried turning it on, off and on again? Yeah, of course, yeah. I would do, but it takes about 5 or 10 minutes to switch a phone off and on again. I don't know why. Just, it does. Don't know what it's doing. I'm back. Yes, man, I'm back. Here we go. Matt H, come on, start again. I've done a gist of it. It'll all come out. I want to do a video. So I want to do a video later today, a bit of a match preview. And if I had to say the same rubbish 3 times, it's going to be terrible delivery. I can get away with it twice because it still feels fresh. But 3 times, I don't know, man. But I've pretty much said it. I think the key to this game sounds obvious. Score more goals than we let in. That's the way we're going to have to play for a while now. And I'm hopeful of that because I like what I saw with Brendan Rodgers. It's not, what's his name? It's not Brendan Rodgers. We haven't got a winger called Brennan Johnson. Brennan. It's not even Brendan. Brennan Johnson. God, imagine that. Brennan Rodgers comes out. Oh, interesting move, Ange. Thinking outside the square again, mate. I think they looked a bit tasty. And if they start off where they left off, unfortunately, Johnson had to come off as like a sacrificial lamb last weekend. I think we could get more goals. We're going to let a few more in, but I think we're going to score a few more. So we're going to have some maybe crazy scorelines. Who knows? Who knows? Daniel Cowan, I think that's a new name. Hello, Daniel. I want to see Hill on the left, okay, and Johnson on the right. And the Celso behind Sonny. Oh, God, man. I don't know about the Celso. He just doesn't, he's had a couple of little cameos or things, and I haven't really seen much. So, but hey, today might be the day because it is match day in Australia. I know you've got one more sleep over in England, but it's all match day right here in Australia. Kickoff is bloody hell. It's still 9 and 12, 21. What? No, 20 hours away. 19 hours away. Oh, well, that's my sleep done for a day, isn't it? So that's why I'm up early today. The intent is to talk to you lot for a bit, get out on the road, do my 12 hours, and then I'll be back finished in time for the build-up, or a pre-match build-up on Irish Hotspur, which I'm looking forward to. I was looking forward to them. And then a bit later, I'll be doing the pump-up on We Are Tottenham TV. So that's all cool stuff. Phil Coy's, hi man, hey, come on you Spurs, up the Spurs, Paul, we will get through with a 2-1 win. There we go, the togetherness is there, and the players that will fill in will be pumped up to put on a performance. Man, I hope you're right about that. We will see in a stake a name for their place in the room, in the team. Well, that's the way it should be working, isn't it? And look, they did put in a hell of a shift second half. I know the game is all weird, but the three big things I took out of that game last week were there were three. I'm only thinking of two at the moment. What were the three? Well, one is the team believes in Ange Postecoglou, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to do what they did last week. They wouldn't have even had it as a thought to do that. So they're into it. Two. Oh, no, I had three. Oh, no, two. We can trust the players to put in a shift, because they all did. That's all you can expect. Different ability levels and all that, but they all really tried hard. It was awesome to see. And the third thing, the players know that we've got their back. If they do, even when they lost, they got standing ovation. So yeah, there is a lot of togetherness at the moment, and maybe that will inspire some of these people coming into the team to carry that on. And will we see some youth? Now, Ange was asked about youth players, and he did say something. He said, but it was either he used the phrase one or two coming in, or a couple coming in. But the way he said it, he implied more than one. Now, I don't know if that's just, general ways of talking, but maybe over the course of the next few games, we might see a couple of youth players coming in. That'd be exciting. Might as well use this opportunity to do something like that if you can. That'd be exciting. Mark N, did you see Big Ange in the press conference today? Yes. The woman asked for tomorrow, would he change tactics? I think he was being nice to her by saying, no, that's not happening. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not happening. Why would it? That's what I want to see. Alan Bennett, not that one. Just got in from 8 hours in the taxi. Oh, wow. Hope it went all right for you, man. Go and have a big banger if you know what I mean. Yeah, well, it's a good way to distress. Let the day go. Highly recommended, man. Matt H. Hi, Paul. Ben Davies is back fit and Porro is also okay. Oh, Ben Davies is fit, is he? Yay. But Porro's okay. That's good. It's going to be an interesting game. It's one of those games, like, if we don't get a result, I won't be that disappointed, actually, because it is hard, I reckon, winning up there. I think we'll do it, but, we'll see how we go. Daniel Cowan, who will partner Dyer, Phillips or Emerson? Well, I did a like a build your team thing with Jacob on United Spurs of America yesterday. And we both picked the same defence, but that was before the news of Maddison being out till January. So we both had Højbjerg and Phillips at centre back. But with Maddison out, I don't know about that. I don't know if Bentancur's ready to start. I don't know if Lo Celso has got the chops to start. So it might be Højbjerg in there in midfield. But, you know, a Højbjerg with a Basuma and a Sarr is not the same as a Højbjerg with a Skip beside him. So I hope Pierre does well. I think he's going to be starting. Whether he's starting in midfield or defence, who knows, man. But I hope he does all right. We know we're going to get a shift out of him at the very least anyway. Daniel Cowan or maybe Davies a partner Diamond. Oh, we need a bit more pace than that. That's why I'll be going Phillips. Because even if he's, young and inexperienced, the pace is the main thing we need. We need one fast runner there. Otherwise, it does look a bit weak, I think. So you can have a Pierre alongside him, or maybe even a Dyer. But if you've got Davies and Dyer, man, we are going to get caught out a lot, I think. But it's the way we're playing, man. It's the way we're playing. Mick Dundee, hello, man. Mick, hi, Paul, mate. See it, Cohen, you Spurs. Yeah, Mick, Lo Celso was impressive pre-season. He was. And the game time he's had, I haven't really seen that. I thought, oh, okay, he's all right, this guy. But, when like in the Carabao Cup game, not a lot there. A couple of appearances, not a lot. So, don't know, man. Don't know about Lo Celso. We will see. Rohin Kumar, so many football channels disrespecting Spurs this week. Let them go, man. Brilliant. I love it. Disrespect us all you like, Muppets. We're coming at you. Write us off. We really need to shut them up tomorrow, but I'm afraid, man, well, fortune favours the brave, man. I know that we can't really directly affect the result, but I'm looking forward to it. I don't care if we shut them up. I want us to go back top of the table and them still to make loads of excuses and, this can't last. Ange is naive. Blah, blah, blah. You can't play like that against Manchester City. Well, we're going to find that out in a few weeks, aren't we? We'll see how that goes down. Yeah, let them continue writing us off. I think it's quite amusing. Mick Dundee, what did you make of Basuma's reaction coming off the pitch Monday night? I loved it, man. Shows the guy cares. Shows belief. That he thought we could have got something out of that game, and we were unfortunate not to. It says a few things like that to me. I don't know what's going on in his head, but I liked it. A bit more of that. We're going to go down fighting if we're going to go down. Donovan Osterreicher and Ange three-peat. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. 3 in a row. Oh, but he's never been tested. I'll just take all your awards. I'm Ange Postecoglou. I heard someone say yesterday, he hasn't got to the Premier League till he's nearly 60. Maybe that's why he's thought of as not a great manager. And I'm thinking, well, how could he have done it sooner? How? The only way he got out of Australia really was by winning the Asian Cup with Australia. That's what you had to do. Now, Ange has paved the way a bit. And he's been bringing in Australians as coaches around the world, like Harry Kewell and Kevin Muscat's doing well at Yokohama. It's going to be easier now. But Ange has paved the way. And the only way he could get out of Australia was to win a major international trophy to get, at least then Asia's looking at him. Like, you couldn't even have won 10 A-League titles in a row and then got a job in England somewhere, or Europe. You can't. No one's looking. So he got to the Premier League as soon as he could. And that was That was to everyone else's downfall, not Ange. Ange was ready years ago. William Tortau, Ange ball downloaded, now installing. Hey, that's it. Donovan Osterreicher, Madison out until January. Is that confirmed? Yeah, Ange said that in the press conference. So he said both Van der Ven and Madison are out till the new year. Which it sounds far away, but it's not really. December, January, okay, it's 8 weeks. It's not, I think we can hold ourselves together there. They're not out for a year. They will be back at a good time. AFCON is happening, so hopefully they'll be back for that. If they're not back for that, it's oh man, wow, we're gonna have a shoestring team out there in January, aren't we? But well, it's an interesting story, if anything else, this season. Whatever will happen at the end will happen. We're still in the title race. Maybe the next few weeks will change that. I don't know. But it's still an interesting story, isn't it? And I think we're going to finish, whatever happens, we're going to finish, I think, quite well and quite strongly. We might have a bit of backup coming in January. Who knows? But I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving everything about Tottenham at the moment, no matter what happens. Mick Dundee, Phillips to Phil Van der Ven role. That's what my pick would be too, Mick. Just because of the pace. But we'll see, man. He didn't play in the under-23s last week, whereas Dorrington did. So I'm taking that as a sign because they played up. I think they played the day or two after our Chelsea game, so they would have known the injury situation with Van der Ven. I think that's maybe why Phillips didn't play in that game. But it's all speculation, isn't it? Steady Shark. It's weird that other fans are disrespecting us when we played with 9 men in a way that is far more brave than they ever would. Yeah. I heard this comment, if Arteta did that, if Arteta did the 9 men just go and play up there, we'd all be laughing at him. Well, that wouldn't happen because Arteta hasn't got the castanets to try something like that. It was never done before. Never. Not in the Premier League. No one's done that. No one. So to say, what if someone else had have done it? Well, they've had years to do it. No one's done it. So it's a ridiculous question. It's a hypothetical that doesn't matter because those managers wouldn't do it. Klopp didn't do it when he went down to 9 men against us, did he? He parked the bus and we won. We won. Yeah, it was a. I got a lot of emotion out of that game last week. I'm all about the emotions in football. Facts can, I don't know what facts are. I mean, you got goals and points. That's about it, really. But it's how you feel about it. And I still felt moved, and I felt entertained. Steady Shark is still almost left with the result. Could have, should have, would have. But again, I found it entertaining because I was watching that game thinking, God, if we nick a goal here, this would be nuts, eh? And Chelsea was one mistimed ball over the top after another with Vicario coming out. I mean, Chelsea was shocking. Hopeless. Yeah, they won 4-1. Yeah, well done, Chelsea. You're going to be thinking of that 4-1 and how easy it was when we come to Stamford Bridge. You won't be thinking of the man mountain Vicario running towards you. Nah, you won't be thinking of that. You won't be thinking how we rattled you with 9 men. Nah, you'll just be thinking of the victory. Yeah. I'm sure they were happy. Mick Dundee, quarter of the season they'll be out. It's not that bad, is it? August, September, October, November, December, January, March. January, February, March. This might not be accurate. April, May. All right, so you got 10 out for 2 months. 25%. Is that what you said? Or 20%? Oh, near enough. I'm not going to split hairs. Yeah, it's a significant chunk. But, I mean, no team in the Premier League goes without injuries. It's going to hurt us. We'll have to see what we can do, eh? See how we can overcome it. Donovan Osterreicher, let's hope old skint-wad moneybags will mortgage one of his 10 yachts and invest in the first team this January. Well, I don't think there'll be any extra money coming in. There's rumours, I think Tottenham are saying, we've already spent the Harry Kane money. I think that's a ruse. I think the last thing you want to tell all those piranhas out there in the football market is, we got loads of money to come at you. Hey, all the agents will be going, yay. So we'll see what happens in January. Dirty Sanchez, I would love Calvin Phillips. I don't know. Alan Bennett, not that one. Would like to see Kulu take Madder's place. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think of that. That's interesting. So then, okay, because he's kind of done that a little bit for us, Kulu. And then so up front, you have like Hill, Johnson and Son. It's possible, isn't it? Possible. It's good to see that they're not the first options, but we've still got a little bit of wiggle room around the squad, a little tiny bit. You know, I guess the fact that there's a bit of discussion to be had amongst fans over who'll make the starting 11, that's kind of a good thing. It means that it's not like bleeding obvious. So there might be merit in what you're saying there, Alan. I mean, if that happens, I'll be excited to see it for sure. Kev Knight, hey Paul, just a quick hi and goodbye. Hello, man. Literally out the door. 5 minutes, so it's probably all gone now, isn't it? Catch the recording later. Well, I better not ignore it. Pressure. So I'm going, but I'm going to listen later, Paul. Do the right thing. I'll catch the recording later. As for Wolves tomorrow, those players coming in will up their game, I'm sure. 3 more points. Let's hope they do, man. 3 more points would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, that still keeps us right in there. I mean, dare I say it? If Man City or Arsenal or Liverpool have a slip, you know, things can happen like that in football. All of these teams have had a slip so far. I mean, we had a slip. I mean, it was a self-inflicted slip we had against Chelsea. Let's hope we don't do that again. Maybe they'll have a wobbly, you know. And if we don't, Rakesh, hello, g'day, man, g'day, Rakesh. Mick Dundee, 9 to 10 games. Oh, okay, all right. Well, that is a significant amount. Well, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, for that cliche. We still haven't got a full Ange team yet. You know, I thought we did some really good transfers in the summer, but we need a few of those windows to get it all happening. So it's back to the characters we had before. Let's see what they can do. It's a lot. It might well dent our title charge. I think top 4 we're looking good for. But this is for me. This year's a bonus. This is like put enough smile on my face already. I thought it'd be not as good as this. So if we come through it in good stead, though, Mick, you know, that's the making of a great team. Donovan Osterreicher, I heard Ange and Madders one. Ndidi, not sure how old the lad is, though. I'd love to be able to show you, but I'm doing this on a phone. I haven't got the technology. Well, I've got to the end of the comments. So what we got here? It's 2 minutes past 4 a.m. I'll hang around see if there's any more because I was talking to dead air at the beginning. I was talking to myself. What else did I talk about at the beginning? Is there anything else in Ange's press conference? I didn't pick anything up really. I mean, he was given a quick congratulations over his Manager of the Month award. I mean, that's an achievement, man. Getting 3 of those in a row when everyone thinks you're a joke, basically. It's what they thought of him when he started Celtic. You know, Alan Brazil being funny with Ange's surname. Oh, I bet Ange has never heard a joke like that before ever since he started school. And he earned their respect up there, and I think he's doing the same south of the border. People have got to look at him And yeah, we will see what happens against Wolves, man. I'm excited. I am excited about it, just because it's the unknown, isn't it? I find the unknown quite interesting. It's going to be a different look to our team. We're going to play slightly different because we haven't got the same characters in there. So will our B team have the chemistry? Will they take up from where they started in pre-season? Because they had a good pre-season, and then when they were given a chance, they let us down. So let's hope they've learned from that. Donovan Osterreicher heading to the gym. So am I, man. Look at that. These puppies don't walk themselves, mate. Good catch, Paul. It's funny how the Chelsea fans are going off saying they're back. Oh, really? Oh, man. Oh, that's it. Chelsea are playing City. Hey, look, I'm hoping Chelsea have got a lot of confidence and they go and beat City. That would be good for us. But, oh, man. How many times? How long did it take them to figure out how to play against us? And look, we stopped them playing with our weird tactics. It wasn't just a question of, them getting a ball over the top, because we were squashed up in their half of the pitch. We were pressing them with 9 men. So when they got the ball, they had limited time to look up, see who's on a run. The runners, we're not quite sure, okay, is he going to get the ball away for this run? Because that's spent energy in the game. So the fact that Chelsea didn't, they didn't get a lot of clear-cut chances because Vicario was doing his job. But it's because the time on ball we were giving them. We weren't giving them much time on the ball. It wasn't all stupid, It wasn't all, this is the thing. It's not like Ange doesn't know there's a thing called parking the bus. It just didn't cross his mind, He just didn't want to do that. So it was a bit smart what we were doing, If we would drop back a bit, then there's too much space. We wouldn't have been able to press. Worth a shot, man. It was fun to watch. That's all I know. It's fun. It's much more fun to watch. If I'm just going off a fun factor, which I guess a lot of football comes down to, if it was just a fun factor, I enjoyed that game way more than parking the bus and hanging on for a draw. Way more. Donovan Osterreicher is quite sad, really. Now Rory Jennings thinks they're going to finish above us. Well, they're still like, are they like 9 points ahead of it, behind us or something ridiculous? I don't know, man. If I was a Chelsea fan, hang on, I've got to take half my brain out. I can't quite get in the mindset. I'll start like smashing windows and stuff. I think if I try and empathise, if I get in that Chelsea frame of mind too much. But I don't know if you could be happy with that. I mean, look, yeah, you're going to be happy with the result. 4-1 away at Spurs. A win's a win. But they weren't good. They weren't good at all. Mate, let's give them some credit. It might have been a tactic of theirs, thinking they could wind up Romero and the doggy. I'm not saying this is actually true. I'm saying this is a possibility. If Chelsea actually had that in mind and did that, then that was good playing by them. I think that's all fair game. But apart from that, they just didn't know what to do with the ball. And they were kept on losing it. They didn't look good. They got 2 late goals, basically, because we'd run off our feet. We were buggered. We'd spent everything in that game. So it could have been 4-5-6-1 towards the end there. And if they think that's good, bless them. Bless them. Mick Dundee, these are the times that build greatness. Exactly, man. From adversity rises opportunity. Look, I can't see us folding. I can see us maybe not being as good and maybe not getting as great results as we have, but I can't see us folding and, hands on hips, walking around, pointing. I think there's some good spirit there now, a bit of fight. So that might be enough to get us through the next 2 months. It might not, but I'm sure they're going to give it a good go and try, man. It's time like these that others have to step up and believe in the system. I think they showed last week that they believe in the system. That was something really important for me. And it sounds like, they kind of all made a decision at halftime to keep playing that way. And they did it as best as they could. They did it really well. That was hard, man. Hard what they did. And it didn't work in the end, but wow, what a display. William Tortu, if you park the bus, you learn nothing. That was my reaction in a video I did after the game. If you want to practice playing attacking football, it's not all about this season. It is about the future as well. You got to practice playing attacking football. And yeah, you've got training and all that. But when you're doing it in the heat of a competitive match, that's proper practice. So every minute is valuable. That's why, I'm sure that's why Ange wants players not to be clock watching. Use all your time as best you can. That's when you're going to get better. And, hopefully they'll take a lot of confidence out of the way they played last week. I know the result looks fairly shambolic on paper, to be honest, doesn't it? 4-1 doesn't look pretty. But I hope they took a lot out of it. And they've learned, with 11 men, they're going to be a little bit better. But yeah, you learn nothing, man. You learn nothing. Oh, I got a super chat. Who's this? Oh, can I click on that? I don't know why it's doing this. Matt H. I'm trying to read it now. Because I can't. Oh, technology. What's up with the boy all day? What's up with the world? Anyway, technology has allowed Mark H to give me £11. So that's not bad, eh? Thanks, technology. I, for one, approve of our internet overlords. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Matt. Entertaining live stream as always. Thanks, man, especially at the beginning. Well, if we pro-rata it up, I suppose, if I'd have given you the full hour, maybe the super chat would have been like, I don't know, $15. But I'll let you down, so I get it. But no, that's very kind of you, man. Thanks, Matt. God, give me money even when I really balls it up. Where we going here? I've got a few more chats here. We'll keep going. I just wish I could work this as if I wasn't. It's what technology is telling me every day. The world's passed you by, Paul. It's all too hard now. Here we go. James Paratrooper. We need to overload our forward line. Yeah, I'd go along with this. Kulu was 10. Okay, Sonny striker left and Brennan Johnson right. So this is okay. There's a couple of people saying that they want Kulu in the midfield with Hill and Johnson up front. Could be. Guarantee 4 to 6 goals with this formation. Well, that's what we've got to rely on, isn't it? Because we've been scoring goals and we've been scoring enough goals, but that's with our forwards playing well, but not intuitively yet. But I did see signs of that at the beginning of Chelsea. We were really good, so be nice to see, bit of a goal flood. I mean, what a way to come back from that result against Chelsea. If we just have a ridiculous result, like a 5 or 6-0, wouldn't that be lovely? I don't know if that'll happen, but hey, you know what? I like the dream. Sorry, and is it a little perverse that I'm loving all the negativity from opposition supporters and pundits? I'll happily own the underdog tag. Nah, I love it as well, man. I love it. Because, I don't know, it means football's in a healthy state, I think, if everyone hates Tottenham. I like all fans to hate other teams. Because it's all harmless hate, It's, I'd rather it vented about football than, any other way we do in society. So, keep writing us off. I don't care what they say. we're going to win the league. Clip that, throw it in my face next May if we don't. Oh, you said you're going to win the league, stupid Spurs fan. Yeah, I know. So what? Don't matter, does it? Mick Dundee with 11 on the pitch. Spurs will dominate. More room from the front with depth, or more from the front with the defence. Hopefully, having less to do. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's the way I'm seeing this game. We've got to get the ball up the top, press hard, because we could be a little bit leaky. I don't know what's going to happen in that back lineup yet. But you're right, with 11 on the pitch, they might think, wow, we got loads of players. Because how long did they have to play? It was a good 40-odd minutes with 9 men last week. They must have been so buggered after that, man. So buggered after that, running like they did with 9 men. It's going to be like a holiday. Whoa, space. 11 men. That was something I actually did enjoy. That first passage of play, and I'm seeing this creeping into our play more and more. We're attacking space with the ball. It's starting to look really tasty. What I mean by that is you'll just see the ball go into what looks like perhaps no man's land, but a Spurs player will get it, with no danger from an opposition player. That's when you start seeing, cool shit happening, man. It's all well and good playing ball to feet, but when you're playing balls to where you think that another player might be thinking of going to, you're building up a bit of an understanding there. That's the exciting thing. If we see a bit more of that tonight, that's going to be great. Because we haven't even started yet. I mean, this is the thing. We're not playing as well as we can be. That's not happened yet. Even though I've loved it, we've got more to come. Mick Dundee, as we saw in that first 20 minutes versus Chelsea, Spurs were dominating there. They absolutely were all over them, man. All over them. Well, you lot have helped me string this out to an hour. I'll go a little bit longer to make up for the bit at the end. James Paratrue with Brennan and Sonny. Link-up play was saucy for the first 2 minutes. Yeah, it was exciting. Very easy on the eye. Alan Bennett, you need to watch this back. Your internet moving mad. You need to watch this back. Oh, your internet moving mad. Why do I watch myself back, man? There's lots of other stuff I could watch. I suppose it's very. Maybe I should get some tips or something. Mick Dundee. You're talking to each other. You're sorry. And Celtic went through a period where younger and less suitable to the system players had to step up into the first team. This is very true. Before the first January window, exactly. Yes. They ended up winning the league. Yeah, it was after that January window where they really, because they were going, a little bit of a bump, but then they started going out. The fans were believing after the January transfer window, they were unreachable. They did bring in quite a few players, if I remember correctly, though. I think that's when they bought in Kyogo for a start. I can't see Tottenham bringing in a load of players. Given the way January transfer window is, even if it's one player, I'm not going to be too like, if we're getting 2 or more, that's when I really get. One is kind of standard window. Last year it was Pedro Porro. Year before it was Kulu and Bentancur. So we don't really do much. Ange just said in a press conference he wants business done on the first day. So hopefully we'll get to see sooner rather than later what our intentions are. But I'm not really, I am looking at this with a long-term view now that we've got it's not, with Conte and Mourinho, you need all the players in as soon as possible in the first window, and it becomes apparent that their manager's not being back when that doesn't happen, because that's what they want. But Ange's requirements are a bit more affordable. And I don't mean like Poundland affordable. They're just a bit more wise and canny. And we're in it for the long haul. So 1 or 2 players, I'm happy. 2 or more, I'm really happy. 1 standard, 2's all right. Any more than that, whoa, okay, what's going on here? James Paratrooper, Mick, that game's again. Talking to each other. What was that beeping? Oh, there's an alarm going off. I went to the corner store for a coffee and everyone looked at me. Well, it's all part of the Hotspur Hippie service. When you're out and about, it allows you to make new friends. I hope you capitalised on that beep, Donovan, to shake some hands with your fellow man instead of looking a bit embarrassed. I don't know what that was. Maybe I'm looking at something I shouldn't be. Anyway, there we go. All right, folks. I'm going to get out and at them, get some work done, and my intention is to do a video talking about tonight's game. Probably drop that in about, I don't know, I can't even give you hours. It depends when I have a break. It's a bit of a bummer because of the time difference. I know if I drop them in the morning, I know if I drop them in the evening, I tend to get more views on them, but I like to just do it when I do it. I like to train YouTube instead of the other way around. So I'll probably by midday I'll have something. And then 7 p.m. UK time. Sorry, no, 7 p.m. Sydney time, which is 8 in the morning in the UK. Irish Hotspur will be getting up early. It's up the big fella, rises out of bed, chugs a few coffees and Monster energy drinks, gets everything set up because we'll be going doing a build up on the Irish Hotspur, 7 p.m. UK time, and then I'll be on We Are Tottenham TV 90 minutes before kickoff, which I can't work out what that time is. I think it's 9:30. Okay, so it's 9:30 p.m. Australia time, which will mean 10:30 a.m. England time. Flat Earthers have it easy. I mean, they probably reckon everyone's on the same time zone, don't they, or something? Oh, internet's weird, isn't it? Okay, so that first window, Mick Dundee, Celtic, he brought in Kyogo Hatate and Maeda. So, yeah, okay. What an impact. James Paratrooper, Emerson and Phillips should play a centre-back. That's another option. Højbjerg is full-back. Okay. Look, I'm open to that as well. I'm open to anything, really, so long as it looks all right. All right, folks. Well, look, you have been watching and enjoying, hopefully. Otherwise, why are you watching it, man? Don't waste your life watching something you don't like. Watch this. And I had fun. Thanks for the people that joined me on the stream. Thanks for all the comments. Keep me going. If you're watching it later, having a nice old time, hello to you too. And I'll be around later in the day, probably, I don't know, somewhere. Till next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love, and come on, you Spurs.